All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Apple Music. We have a very tough moment we all got to work through as fans of the hip-hop culture and fans of the great songwriter, rapper, and human being that we've all come to know, Juice WRLD. I got Bibby and Peter on here. What was the relationship you guys had with Juice?
Oh, I'm on the label side. I signed Juice to me, and then like Pete and G Money helped with the management, tour manager, all that.
Yeah, so everything was collected because we did most of everything in house. Uh, Bibby and George, signed them, found them, all that good stuff, and we just rocked and built everything from ground up for real. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Bibby, how did you meet Juice in Chicago?
Through my brother, so I think G Herbo's DJ played the music for my brother, and my brother sent it to me sent me like 2 songs. I'm like, all right, yeah, these cool. And then he had sent me Lucid Dreams. And then I'm like, all right, now this is the one, like, cause first he
Yeah.
sent me All Girls Are the Same. I'm like, all right, this is a good song, it's cool. But then he sent me Lucid Dreams like a couple days after. I'm like, nah, this is probably the best song I heard in 10 years. Like, and when I heard that, he just like blew him out, brought him to studio in Chicago.
Yo, this record, Tell Me You Love Me, featuring Trippie Red.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a super radio smash. How much of this song was done? Did you guys add Trippie Red, or was this completely finished in the hard drives when Juice WRLD passed?
The song was made at Juice's house. I also managed Trippie, so
Got it.
yeah, no, but that was even before that even happened. But that was made because Juice and Trip were like actual real buddies, and they always come over to the house and whatnot. And they have a bunch of records together, this record was made at the house, but we never really did too much with it. We actually had an idea we were going to put it out, but before all that happened, I mean, this crazy shit happened.
On Conversations and on many other records, either on this project, Legends Never Die, available on Apple Music, or projects before, talking about demons, seeing demons, feeling like he was gonna die. You know what I mean? These kind of things were always a part, kind of in a lot of his talk. Bibby, you spoke a lot about kind of being on the phone with him and having to talk him through a lot of these emotions pretty frequently, right?
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff I didn't understand. Like, we would have talks, like he would always say anxiety or talk about drug addiction. I'd be like, bro, stop doing this. You know what I'm saying?
For the people out there watching this conversation and dealing with anxiety, it took, my mother was clinically depressed, and that was my mom, but I didn't really know that until I was in my 30s that she told me. Like, I never knew. She never told me nothing. And I didn't understand it when she told me. And her mom committed suicide when she was like 40 something years old. My mom was real young. And I didn't know that until I was in my 30s. And I think, a lot of our families, my mom was in an orphanage and poor, Jewish family in Philly. My dad, black man in the Bay, whatever. But y'all know, when you poor, or you're like, from an immigrant family, or, you just come up in the hood, these talking about mental health sounds like super sophisticated, and then I remember the first time people started using terms like anxiety, and I was like, what do you mean you got anxiety?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
What are you talking about? Through artists like Juice WRLD, or, a lot of artists talking about it, I've come to learn that it's more common. And I've come to learn that, there's help out there for people. And if you are watching this and you feel alone, the answer isn't to self-medicate. That's not the answer, because that's just going to make your mind more cloudy. That's going to make, everything more, you even more insecure about yourself, or sometimes the anxiety gets worse when you self-medicate. You need to seek help for sure.
We're trying to make sure the narrative for Juice is like, he saw the doctor over 10, 20 times. He was literally about to go to damn rehab. You know what I'm saying?
We had set up rehab right before he passed away. He was supposed to go to rehab a week
On the
after.
22nd of December.
Damn.
Oh, you know, everybody, anybody can formulate a good song, write a hook, a verse, da 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 da. But there's nobody that can take what you're really feeling and put it on a track, on a beat, make it rhyme, do this 5 minutes, and when you listen to it and you like, damn, I feel this, I know what he's going through, and then if you
Ebro.
really relate to this, then you know what I'm saying, then you feel like that's your brother. That's why this hit people so hard when this unfortunate event happened. It's because all these kids they listening and they're like, I really relate to Juice. I really he's going through what I'm
Yeah.
going through. He's not writing songs to make hits. He's putting out his personal emotions on a beat, and it's real life. Everything I ain't never seen that kid write on a piece of paper. Everything he does is from right here. You don't be like, should I come up with this scenario?
You know, like Ebro, you know how people record, they punch in and
Yeah.
Ebro, I swear to God, he do songs. I seen him do songs all the way through. I never seen that in my life. I've been in the studio with everybody. You know, you play a beat in the studio and he just let it run. He'll do the hook, do the verse, and then do the hook again in a different tone, and then do another verse. Like that's I never seen that a damn.
Nah, that's why I said he's prolific, man. That's a phenomenal. He's a phenomenal artist, man. Maybe that's something we all need to try to do. Is maybe there's like a Juice World Mental Health Fund or something that people could contribute, and it's a fund where people can sign up if they don't have the resources.
So Juice's mom launched the Live Free 999 Fund, where most of the proceeds from the album, merchandise sales, and all that stuff is gonna go to. It's already been publicized. You can Google it, Live Free 999 Fund. That is solely here to specifically help not only inner city youths and music programs and things like that, but also people battling addiction. You know, addiction, Live Free 999 Fund. You can Google it and it's gonna pop up the first thing. But even in addition to that, if you don't want to go that route, just shoot Bibby a DM. You know, you can find me or Ebro. You can hit Ebro on DM. If he sees the message, he can bring it back to us, and you know what I'm saying, we can help a few people out and make sure because we can't lose another person. Everybody is just as important as a superstar. Every life, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's life is just as important. Just because somebody's famous, it don't mean that it's a different level of life. So if you're going through something at any level, don't hesitate to reach out. We can find you resources. We could do all that for you, okay?
Yo, Pete, thanks for those words, man. Bibby, I love you, bro. Pete, love you too, man. Thank y'all for doing this work. This is heavy lifting, man. It's emotional stuff, man. And it's hard.